Meeting order, start with pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Good morning. Next is approval of today's agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda for you today.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is approval of minutes of 2/26/24.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the minutes from February 26, 24 as presented.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is approval of claims for payment of 3/4 of 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I'm gonna mess this word up pretty good. Just
No, you're not.
I will. So this is consideration to approve motion to correct Scrivener's.
Scrivener.
Scrivener. Okay. Error on road vacation public hearing resolution number from 2024-06 to 2024-07.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution. Yes.
I'll
It's
second that.
been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Right after that, I'm gonna go to the open meeting or the public hearing on that.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now I'm gonna go ahead and open the hearing, public hearing. This is a public hearing. Taylor, you wanna go ahead and detail?
Yep. This was requested us, it's, pretty much old streets and alleys in Garden City. Somebody is selling a property, most of their property sits on that alleyway. So they're like, can we do something about this? We said, sure. We would have loved to have more in the city, but since we're kind of rushed, we just stuck with where this is at. Cause there's plenty of streets and alleys in Garden City that we can give back to the people.
In some field, if I recall.
Yes, yep. Yep, so we had no comment, none of that, so.
Right, good.
So it's been posted, everything's out there for today. The only change was it was from an 06 to an 07 for the resolution.
Yep, the resolution number.
Ann, did you have any oral or written on this? Okay, any public comments? Hearing none, I can ask to close public hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is consideration approved resolution to vacate County Road 2024-08.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve resolution 2024-08.
And I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is thanks, David. Next is consideration to approve the resolution to apply for the TAP grant funding through Region 6.
I will make a motion to approve the resolution to apply for the TAP grant funding through Region 6.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Lance?
Yeah.
Do we need roll call on the resolution?
Yes, we did. I'm sorry. I need to go back to the first resolution. So the resolution of changing consideration of I'm not gonna say that word again.
2024-08.
Nope, I'm on from the
Well, that
06
was
to
just a
07.
motion. That wasn't, that one we didn't need a roll call for. Cause that was just a
You're correct.
correction. Yeah,
You're correct.
yep, we're good.
Then the last one was a roll call for 24-08.
BJ,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
Lance?
Aye. Motion carries. Next is consideration for the resolution. It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
This is a resolution authorizing Hardin County submittal of an application for funding in the Transportation Alternative Set Aside Program to the Region 6 RPA for the funding of the Iowa River's Edge Trail.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Renee,
Aye.
EJ,
Aye.
Lance,
Aye. Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve county mass distribution via county employees' emails by either county employees or non-county employees for non-county matters. In short, people, if somebody wants to put something on and send it out to all staff, this would either allow them to be able to do that or not.
So Lance, I don't know if you want a motion to further discussion, or if you just like discussion on the front side.
We do it either way.
I'll make a motion to approve, said consideration.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yes, so I'm concerned with, this policy or this direction or directive, only because the county spends so many thousands and thousands of dollars on preventing cybersecurity issues. And my concern is that while one employee may want to send a link to a simple GoFundMe site, we don't know if we open the door a crack, if somebody's going to send a link or something to a site that we're not as certain of. And the next thing we know, we've got malware or we're being held through ransomware, which I know that Heartland Risk Group, our insurance provider, has been very, very loud about the last few years, because we have had some counties that have fallen victim to these things. So my concern is not that we don't want to do good things for our employees, but I don't think this is the mechanism in this day and age to do that. I think if somebody wants to raise funds for, one of our employees in a crisis, a poster, a flyer, something that they can go and distribute by hand is going to be safer for county infrastructure in the long run. I know that we have different community groups that have solicited us for the shrimp boil and Girl Scout cookies and the world's finest chocolate. And I think I don't mind that at all, but opening our critical infrastructure to outside threats is very concerning. So, and having consulted with Attorney Meyer, while the intention is great, the risk is even more significant at this point in time in society, and especially in critical infrastructure with our government. So those would be my comments, Lance.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Aye.
Aye.
Motion fails. Next is consideration to approve special Class C retail alcohol license for Radcliffe Friendly Fairways Golf Course, Inc.
I'd make a motion to approve the alcohol license for Radcliffe Friendly Fairways. This is a 8-month license. It's a Class C, and Melanie ID is the point of contact.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is consideration of approved publication of fiscal year 25 proposed property tax levy notice. Jolene, yep. You want to explain this?
Yeah, this is actually, you need to give me permission to publish this. We used to have max levy notice or max levies that we had to hold a public hearing on. This is kind of replaced that. So it's property tax levy notice. And we need to be given permission to go ahead and publish it. The whole system has kind of changed in a way. We are required from House File 718 to do a mass mailing to all of our property owners in Hardin County of what the tax levy rates will be, both for county, or not both, but for county, city, and schools. So everybody right now is compiling that information. We have to mail that out the 20th. The deadline for everyone, or all of those entities, to have their information into a Department of Management is March 15th. So the turnaround time is really, really short. Now on this public hearing for the property tax levy notice, We want to do that as soon as possible, 25th, or at least that week. Due to, that way the taxpayers have a chance to receive that mailing. They could look at it and decide if they feel they need to protest or want to protest or not. This way they're considered well informed. There'll be another actual budget hearing after to adopt the budget. And again, that is, open to the public. This public hearing for this published tax levy notice has to be separate from the Board of Supervisors meeting. Has to be a meeting of its own. That's required by code. So, yeah, what I'm asking is that you just give me the permission to publicize it. I would like to, because of publishing times and printing of newspapers. If we want to do this on the 25th of March, we have to publish it between the 10 and 20 days, which is at March 5th, which is tomorrow, to March 15th. So we would need to send it to the newspapers by the 7th to get it in that following week.
Okay,
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the publishing of the fiscal year 2025 proposed property tax levy notice.
I'll second it.
it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Thank you for I think I was clear and
Kind
concise.
of clear as mud.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is acknowledge receipt of sheriff's report up for February.
Make a motion to approve the sheriff's report for the month of February.
I will second that.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is acknowledge receipt of auditor's report for February.
Make a motion to approve to acknowledge the receipt of the auditor's monthly report for February.
I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is acknowledge receipt of treasurer's December 23rd semi-annual report.
Make a motion to acknowledge the receipt of the treasurer's December 2023 semi-annual report.
I will second that.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next I have is change of status, emergency management.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the change of status for Mackenzie Burton. She is the Deputy Director of Emergency Management from a rate of $23.50 an hour to $24.04 an hour, because of her 6 months time period.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? That's what she was hired as, under 6 months. Yeah. Any other comments? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Any other business?
I'm just gonna clarify my vote, and I probably voted the wrong way, because I kind of agree then to not use our mass distribution for our email system for this purpose, but I do know that in the past, years ago, that was mainly the only way that we'd find out if we had an employee that was in need of somebody's assistance or whatever. So it was only an internal thing. It wasn't like emails coming in from outside and going back out. This was just something that we have an employee has a terrible disease or a surgery or something, that it was just a way of notifying employees that, hey, we have somebody that you may want to, whatever you want to do, put them on your prayer list, or if you want to
Sure.
send them an email. But anyway, we used to do that, and I never had a problem with that at the time. I don't know that I really do now, so.
I don't have a problem with that, Renee, and I know you have a big heart. And that's why I care about you so much. The problem I have, if I would like to get, if my child is in the ICU in Dubuque, if you want to say, hey, Renee, we have a special account set up at Hardin County Savings Bank. If you'd like to walk over and donate to that, that's one thing. But the outside link of go to this website, that's the fine thing. And I hope that our group of employees and their families they mean a ton to us. And I'm not I'm gonna speak for you. They mean a ton to you.
Yep.
You've been here and you've seen a lot of them develop into, you know, amazing people. And so we don't want to deter that, is if we know that somebody's hurting or their family's hurting, they've lost someone. We want to make sure that we can be good human beings and join them in helping them however we can. Just the posting of the link and stuff is the problem
Yeah.
child here. So,
And that's-
and I appreciate your clarity. And again, you have a big heart and I appreciate that. And that's why I really
Some people
love
will
working.
disagree.
for you. Oh, that's okay. We'll let them disagree. We know the truth. And that's why, I can appreciate getting to work with
I
you
have
every day.
moments.
I know, it's all right.
I think it's a very difficult, very difficult scenario, because every scenario has a different issue. And I think it
Sure.
really sucks that you gotta keep public separated from family, and when your employees are public, they're also family, but you keep them separated. And it's separated for a reason, because it's truly not public.
Mhm.
And it just opens the door for so many things that could happen. But it's not that in some cases, I think it'd be great that we could do that. I can go on forever, so I won't. But, no, I mean, it can get dangerous, I guess is the best way to put it.
I have one other thing. I will not be here next Monday. I've got a private commitment that I need to take care of Monday morning.
Okay. Any other business out there? I do have one question for you guys. When we approved the agenda, should we approved it with adding to the minutes for the public hearing? I know it read it was pretty vague, but should we go ahead and amend our agenda that way, so it's in the minutes?
I think we let it stand as is.
I'm just asking.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, it's been posted, it's been through there,
Yeah.
it's in the verbiage, but it just wasn't a separate item for the public hearing. Okay, any other public comments? Or other business, I'm sorry. Thomas.
There's been a lot of questioning about burn bans. We've had a lot of discussion out from the chiefs, and the feeling right now is not to put a burn ban in place. Number one, because this morning we got rain, but number two, because most of the fields have been worked, and we're looking at probably ditch fires rather than full field fires. We don't have a majority of the chiefs on board for a burn ban, so, and the process is we have to go through the chiefs and get them all on board for a burn ban before we put the ban in place.
Okay, so light them up before the burn ban comes in, right?
Did we get rain for
Do it today.
countywide or?
Yeah, oh yeah,
I had sleep. I had about a quarter inch of sleep.
we even got a little bit of hay.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
Okay, any other business?
It's a lot more.
Any public comments? Then I could ask for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, we're adjourned.
I would never do.